Yeah, Dan Lanning's been going insane on the trail, and from the looks of it, it doesn't seem like they're done. There's been a few little omniscient tweets that have been coming out from a few different coaches on the staff, along with Hayes Fawcett, the guy who does all the commitment edits for most of the big time recruits. So we'll just see what's going on. But getting Peyton Bowen was a surprise. Matayo, I kind of expected there. I know most people aren't going to be familiar with it, but I put in a fifth quarter forecast for Matayo a few days ago to go to Oregon, but that was winding down as he wanted to stay closer to home. Ohio State was seen as a leader for a long time, but just that proximity to home ended up playing out. And the development of Ohio State, the proximity of home with USC, and you met in the middle on both with Oregon. You have more recent defensive linemen going to the league at Oregon than USC, not as many as Ohio State, and it's closer to home than Ohio State was.
What makes Dan Lanning so good at this? He closed well, and he was working double duty at this point last year with the whole Georgia D coordinator gig going on at the same time as getting the Oregon job and traveling back and forth cross country, and he closed well, and now he closes well here.
Yeah, he's doing great here. And last year, I still think getting Connerly was more unexpected than anybody we've gotten this year. Connerly was seemed like a done deal to go elsewhere because his biggest relationship was Mario. Mario's an offensive line coach. He was an offensive lineman from Washington. You know, he was getting recruited by all these other programs for 2 years now. Dan Lanning comes in, recruits him for a month, and lands him. And it was fun to watch, and it was great. Dan, especially on the defensive side, Dan and Tosh, you can't forget what Tosh is doing for the recruiting side. He's known for being a really, really good recruiter. Who has been all over the country, been to the NFL. You know, he's got a good track record as a recruiter. Play caller, but when it comes to getting kids on campus and getting kids signing their letters of intent, they do a great job. And it's a factor in recruiting now. So we have the NIL. When Dante Moore flips to UCLA, that obviously freed up some space, and you can go after a few other guys a little harder. You can make some more pushes because obviously these collectives, you know, they only have so much that they're allocating towards freshmen versus players to stay on the team versus players who are just on the roster and things of that sort. So they've done a great job, and they've been pushing these kids nonstop, even when it's looked like they had no chance. Like with Bowen, most thought he was in Oklahoma, silent to flip from Notre Dame to Oklahoma, and he ends up committing to Oregon. I don't think anyone really saw that coming, even coming into just now.